All righty, guys and gals, here we are today at the Made for KC Barbecue Championship at Worth Hardy Davidson in North Kansas City, Missouri. We've got with us today my partner in crime, my best man, my mate, my bro hang, Jamie Stuke from All Four Cup Barbecue. I'm Greg Hastie from American Fire Barbecue. We have with us the princess of all things Meat Rushmore. We have Katie, friend.
Hi, friends.
Hey, friend.
Hey, friend.
And we got Joe Fleetwood from Meat Rushmore as well, the head cook, I guess. Right?
Allegedly.
One of 12. One of the head cook.
I will tell you, I think a lot of Jamie, but you might have been overselling him there for a
I might
for a
have,
hot minute.
just a touch. But you should know that he just replaced the water manifold in my trailer in a hot bed of a basement in that trailer. So.
And he was in a tough spot because he came to us looking for tools like we were going to have stuff.
Right.
and luckily we had something that could make it work. But
No way.
I think he was in a tough spot if we didn't.
No,
It was enough to get stuff apart. That's about all it was. I still had to go to Home Depot.
And if we're being honest, normally a part for Jamie consists of hammers and axes and destruction, right? We had to salvage pieces.
Oh, what do we got here?
Oh, shit.
Another
we got
another
we're gonna
Rushmore
rush
shot.
the
Hell
luck
yeah.
shot.
Oh, look at this.
Why wouldn't we do a shot,
Thank you, Josh.
right?
Ah.
It's go time. This is our
It's podcast
inaugural
go time.
The
test.
initial test.
The initial test.
Woo!
Good luck.
Hey.
Here's the barbecue. On three. One,
Two.
two, three. Get it.
To the first of many, fellas.
To the first of many. And if it weren't for nipples, titties would be pointless. That's our goal.
I
Hey.
was waiting for Greg to finish that introduction
Ooh,
with
I
Katie
like-
Fleetwood.
Yeah.
The Jamie Stuke really threw me.
It
like,
threw you?
Yeah, I thought you were
I'm
like
not used to that.
my main man, my bro, and I was like, this is me, this is me.
Well, we don't talk about Tuesdays and Wednesday nights, and
Oh, yeah.
we'll
Tuesday
leave,
night was bad.
we'll leave that to another podcast. That's kind of a deal.
That's the After Dark segment.
That's, yeah. Guys, this is thanks, Josh Winter, for bringing this shots. I know you're going to sit out of view in the camera and not grace us with your genius, but we kind of need you up here. But hey, guys, this is our first podcast. This is really kind of a test. This was really supposed to be with Brianna Vi of Smokin Magic. She bailed on us. She's been fired already, and that's okay. She preferred Bloody Mary mixes over the
I can't
podcast.
understand why.
Listen, I have a feeling that this legitimately is going to be epic. I mean, why not?
It probably will be.
Why not? Guys, what we're trying to do and what we want to do, and we're introducing it, and we'll get Bree in here one of these days. She's off. Literally, I'm not sure we'll ever nail it down.
Yeah.
But this is a podcast I think we're going to call A Barbecue Life. It's kind of something we've all talked about, we think about, and we're trying to maybe want to do something a little bit different, right? We want to kind of get out to contests when we can. In the winter, obviously, we can't, but we want to try and get out to contests when we can and meet with different people. Nothing against all the other podcasts out there. We have the same rotation of a lot of people winning all the time. And
All the big dogs are always on the show.
all the big dogs
You
are
never
on the
talk
show.
to anybody else.
And I want to get them on the show. I'd love to talk to them occasionally. We'll pick out what we want to put on and what we don't. But we want to get them on. It's what we were really trying to focus on is just getting out and meeting new people we don't normally see at contests, and people we don't get to talk to and get to meet, and really feel like that brings, I think it brings an interest level for everyone, maybe that everyone can kind of tune in and get to see that. So that's kind of the genesis of what I envision this to be. And Bree graciously said she would come along. I'm happy Jamie's stepping in. He's going to be genius. Anyway, good comic side relief.
And he can fix whatever goes wrong.
Right,
Exactly.
right.
Sound engineer slash
engineer
co-host.
And the idea too is to travel around, right? So whether we're not getting to cook as much, American Fire, we're not getting to cook as much. We have a store, and it's my priority, and I want to be out cooking, but I kind of miss this, right? In truth, the rest of it's kind of work. What I miss is these fireside chats or tableside chats where we get to talk and do certain things and, again, meet different people. So we're hoping that we can get on the road, maybe on Fridays, and get out to some different states and get to see people that we don't get to see in Kansas City all the time and talk to them and meet them and introduce them to everyone in the barbecue world, if they haven't been already. So I really don't have the questions Bree does, so I think we're going to wing it. We said we're out here today in June here at Made for KC Barbecue Championship. This is a local competitor series, KCBS Competitor Series Barbecue Championship in North Kansas City, Missouri, and it's a big money chase for a championship that allows an opportunity besides a big $25,000 grand prize check, one of the largest we cook for around here, but it gives us an opportunity for a licensing deal in the restaurant at the new Kansas City airport. Again, Bree,
hopefully they're sourcing better meat than they sourced us.
Okay, we're going to go there right now.
Straight to it.
Straight to it. Let's just get into it. It's hot and let's talk about it. This, as Jamie alluded to, this is a meat provided contest. Joel, he mentioned it in a group test. He was in about as good a mood as I was in, going through the meat. What do you think, Joe? I mean, I guess I don't have a specific question. I kind of look at it myself. I think this presents definitely a different challenge for all of us. And it's definitely one we're not used to. And we knew going into it, we're going to get our own meat. So this is a meat provided contest. They've really kind of loosely based it around what supposedly gets cooked in the restaurant at the airport. So we've gotten two choice Packer briskets. I think they
weren't horrible.
I think they might be captured.
The two I did weren't horrible.
Well, mine was awful. They were terrible. I mean, they trimmed down their liver. I mean, there's no fat in them at all.
They're lean, but I thought like they were fairly thick.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like they were
weighty.
They're not
they were
horrible.
all right.
Yeah,
Like,
I said, you know what? Maybe it'll be fun cooking them. We do some different things.
and we've talked about it before, but those burnt ends are
Sorry.
probably going to be fantastic. Like I feel like worst case scenario, we can turn in a box of just burnt ends and call it good because
You got 6
know.
out of yours?
6 burnt ends.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
they're,
get
they're
6
in the
burnt
camp
ends out
row
of that.
right
Yeah.
now.
We've already cooked them.
Will you
Mine's
get-
barely
will-
big enough to maybe get 3.
The question is,
Between the
will
two of them,
get-
you can maybe get 3.
Oh, we might get 6 out of 2 of them.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll
might
be
get
we'll
6.
be all right. We'll be all right. But they're lean and it's what it is. You expect some variance with
Oh,
a thing
yeah,
like this,
definitely,
right?
yeah.
So the last couple of years we've been fortunate enough to get to go to Atlanta for the Royal Oak Invitational. I don't know what that was for, but okay.
Nice plug. Shameless plug.
Shout out.
I'm so good I get to go to Royal Oak Invitational.
Lucky is the key there.
Sorry.
But
I'm not
That's
hurt. I'm not hurt at all by it. My 4th year is a Royal Oak.
Right?
that is a meat provided contest, and so we've got a little bit of experience with those random variances.
Yeah,
that
but
we get, right? Now the thing that they do go a step further.
I think they try to top the standard for the meat they're going to give you at that contest,
And
right? Not that they don't want to here, but it's different, right?
They don't, we get a snake there. We get a Snake River brisket.
Right.
It's a black. It's not the gold that a lot of us cook, but it's a good, super high quality
Right,
brisket.
yeah.
I cook black.
They provide
I
good.
cook 14-pound blacks.
Do you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, all day.
There's nothing wrong with them.
The store every day.
Not really.
So just so you know, that means Greg has extra 14-pound blacks sitting in his freezer at the store.
On
and-
sale today. Please come by the store and pick one up for your family.
Shameless plug.
Brought to you by American
Brought to you
Fire
by
Barbecue
American Fire
Yeah,
Barbecue.
where's
Really
your
cool.
sound effects?
And they have
I don't know which one that was.
the experimenting with the sound effects might be the best part of being on the first episode.
Yeah,
of this.
Right.
exactly.
But so they're
Wait till we
providing
get
good,
the custom sounds in there.
They are providing good high quality meats, and so that is a little bit different because these are restaurant meats, right? I mean,
Yeah.
they're providing us.
Yeah.
And I get the reasoning for both of them.
Let's talk about the chicken.
We get what we get.
Let's talk about the chicken.
Let's talk about
And
the chicken. I want to talk
we get
about the
we
chicken.
get what we get, and sometimes we're going to throw a fit.
I want to talk about the chicken. I will say this though.
Chicken is chicken. Chicken sucks.
I
Whatever. It's all
will,
trash.
I will say this though. As soon as Craig realized, and it's not Craig's fault anyway. right?
Yeah.
I don't blame Craig.
No, Craig's
But
done a
as
good
soon
job.
as soon, yeah, I do think so too. As soon as he realized, oh shit, what in the hell did he get?
Oh.
And he said he saw it as soon as he got it. Guys, what we got for chicken thighs. So you had a choice of chicken thighs or chicken legs, and we weren't entirely sure what we were going to get, 24, 20, or 16. I promise you, I've said it 100 times. If I knew I was getting 16 thighs, I cook a very specific thigh, and I weigh them out, and I buy a lot to get what I want. I would tell you 100% that, oh, baby, here she is. Well, I needed the bacon and the hamburger and the pork belly burnt in.
Well, that wasn't from us.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well,
Mrs. Pirates
Let
of
me-
Barbecue Bay, guys.
I need to compare that to ours. So let me.
Yeah, can we do a little
Taste
hate
test.
can?
Oh, yeah. There's not nearly enough vodka in that. Oh, did you do the sake? No.
Sake.
Yes.
We wonder whose secret that is.
I'm
That's
good.
really
I don't
good.
drink that shit.
Ooh, that's really good. I
That
like
is
it.
It's better than ours.
It probably needs more sake.
What is
think
that
it's
it's rimmed with?
Oreo cookies.
Is that Jolly Roger?
Black salt.
Black who?
Oh,
Black
black
salt?
It's just black salt.
I thought maybe it was Jolly Roger or the Hardcore Carnivore Black,
Yeah.
but it's salty, which makes sense.
Oh, hey, that's better with the salt.
And it's
Just like a margarita.
yeah, it's habanero honey that I did.
Oh,
Ah,
nice.
cool.
Ooh.
I like
Lovely.
it. Very
I
good.
like it. Nice
Hey, I
job.
Very
think
well
we're
done.
going to try and get you guys on here in a little bit. So
Okay.
go tell Mike to hang loose, and if Tanner's lubed up, put him to bed.
He's not yet.
Yeah, okay. Let us know. Give me a signal. Back to chicken. Here we go. So what we got, guys, what we got in terms of thighs out here was chicken thighs fryers, if you know what a fryer chicken thigh is. If you've ever been to Popeye's Chicken, you get a thigh, you know it's got that. Is it
A little bit of rib meat.
Is it the rib meat or the
I think
rib
it's like
cage?
almost like a
or
pelvic
the
bone.
pelvic bone, yeah. It's
something
got
there.
this big bone on that top knuckle that we had to shave off, but the way they were cut, if you sheared that off, I mean, we just ended up with these little bitty thighs, and there's no meat on one side of the bone. Man, it was horrific, and I don't know if, I'm sure somebody complained. We hadn't complained, but Craig,
Not to
Craig,
them.
Not
not to, yeah, no. Certainly we were complaining. There was a whole lot of MFing going on right now. We were trying to figure out how to present our problem at hand. So, especially if you're a thigh cook. So, but before we could even do that, right? Craig had come over and said, "Do you want new chicken?" I went, "Uh-huh."
Yeah.
Please. So they ran off. I won't say the name of the store because I can't stand it, but yeah, I think it's orange or red and something. I don't know what it is, but it's a
No,
big
you're
box
wrong.
store. So
It's a company, and it focuses on the cost of things.
yeah, that's a way to put it. They're fine. I don't care who they are. Anyway, if they're sponsoring the show, then maybe I'll like them. I'll get them.
Give him the shameless plug.
Give them the same stuff. So they run out and they go get us new chicken, and I appreciate that. He didn't have to do that, right?
Yeah.
This was meat provided, and everything up to this point, I mean no real offense to this. It's really kind of been suck it up, just deal with it. We know going into it, it was meat provided. We know it's absolutely going to be different than anything we're used to or that we typically do, right? So I think it's cool. I think it presents a whole unique challenge. So we got two briskets. We got two bad briskets to make one good one. So I think I keep saying that. It's a choice brisket. It's great for everyday cooking. It's just not a 25 pound Snake River Gold.
If you cooked it in your backyard and served it up to your to an
But see,
extended
and
family
I-
on the 4th of July, they would say it was fantastic
Yeah.
and it'd be fine.
But I hate to
They'd
say
never know the difference. It'd be good.
I hate to say this. I would actually say that I've said it already. And I actually wouldn't choose this food to cook for my family in the backyard. Now, that doesn't mean it's bad. It's everyday food from a grocery store. It is what it is. And I cook primes. I don't cook choice. I don't cook select. And I feel snobby about that, but I say it in the store, right? I believe it, and I truly do believe it. If you start with better meat, you can end up with a better product, right?
Yeah.
If you start with a bad product to begin with, you're already behind the 8 ball. So we always look to source stuff. Now I get this. This comes from the restaurant. Well, granted, we had Prairie Fresh all natural ribs. We had Prairie Fresh all natural butts. We sell those in the store. We compete with those week in, week out, unless we're cooking prime. So the all natural Prairie Fresh product's always good.
Oh yeah.
You know, we just don't get to pick our ribs. We don't get to go through as many as we want to go through. So I don't have the ribs I want, but 1 out of the 3 is not bad. So I'm okay. I'm still whining. I'm still whining.
We've
Shockers.
We've got 2
Greg's still whining.
shiners, and we've got.
Did you have 2 with shiners?
Yeah.
2 shiners.
So it's an even playing field at least. I mean,
We both have 1 rack of ribs. to
we
make
both
it
have 1
good.
slab of ribs. How many bones you gonna put in? Max 6. Yeah, right. I mean,
It's a 6-bone contest.
yeah, but you know what? It makes a really unique challenge. I mean, it
Oh,
really,
100%.
It really does.
That's like I was telling you. You know, I had and it
And
ended
let
up
me
not
just go.
being.
I'm sorry. Just let me go back to chicken. So the alternative chicken still was not great chicken. I have never trimmed a 3.5 ounce piece of chicken, and we got some chicken nuggets going in the box tomorrow, and we're gonna figure out how to cook them. But I will just end it on that.
I will just say I assumed that given how little soundproofing our trailer has, that everybody in the park heard me cussing this chicken the whole
See,
time.
that's some bullshit, right? Because they thought it was me. And I get blamed for that shit all the time. And you're in there, goddamn Becky. And they're thinking it's me. And you're cussing out Becky. And
Hey,
you don't have nothing
I
to do with
figured
it.
it was her fault.
Yeah. So no, we're having fun, and this contest is going to be a challenge. It's going to be something different, but we're going to have fun. I think that's what we do, right? This is the life. We come out, we take what's in front of us, and we're just going to do it, and we're going to see how this shakes out, and we'll see what happens, right?
I will say the vibe this year at this contest is very different than it was last year.
So far,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
the sun hasn't gone down. I mean,
Well, but
we
but-
know what's going to happen when the sun goes down.
But so last year, it seemed like everybody was very tight. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah,
it was almost
no,
like because
wound
let's
up
be
and-
honest,
but you
none
know
of
what,
us had
but-
cooked for this type of opportunity
But
before.
you know
Right.
what? We were tight coming in. There was a lot of stuff that happened the 10 days prior to this contest.
Yeah.
We were all tight and upset, but we're here. We've settled in, and we said we accept it. It's what it is.
Right.
And you know what? I see your point, because
People seem a little bit looser this year.
once
right?
we
I
got
mean,
over what are we going to do with chicken, and truth is, I think everyone's in the same boat, right?
Right.
I heard the leg cooks. You know, initially we weren't getting legs; you had to cook thighs, and then they made the exception for legs. And
which is why I changed and started cooking thighs just in general to get ready for this.
I mean, I can flat. Hey, what's up, Days? How you doing?
Guys.
You got something we can eat?
Good luck.
Good luck,
we'll
guys.
just
Good luck.
one piece is all we need.
The legendary Jason Day and Megan Day and little Hank Day are turning in something bacon. Anything bacon.
Just so you know, I tried to get Hank. Hank is a break dancer.
Oh no,
Yeah.
he's a hippity hopper. He
I
does the deal.
tried. I asked him one day if at a contest if he would break dance for me,
Right.
and he said I don't do it on command, so no, and I will never break dance for you. So don't ask him.
That's
If you ever want to see him do it, he's like no, I don't.
So
like I do it when I want to do
So
it.
we just need to bust
Basically,
out
we
some
need-
music. Just all of a
basically-
sudden, he's just
Right.
basically we need Joel walking around with a boombox,
Boombox.
Yeah.
just running around playing a hippity hop from the '90s,
Well, yeah.
and then we can get Hank to dance.
Hank
I don't
has to
see a
feel
bad.
it,
I don't
no.
see anything negative about this.
Hank has to feel it. He's just not going to.
It depends on the song you play. Really.
What we need,
Joel
we
will
probably
start
need to get
spitting
Megan or
lyrics
Jason
here.
to tell us
Right.
Which
tell
one?
us what he likes, and then we'll just like play it and let it.
If you want to actually listen to music, not Joel actually spitting the lyrics, then
Yeah, well, yeah.
You know what? I'm a rapper.
So like if
Yeah.
we
The
just,
rapper, the rapper.
so if it's like all of a sudden a 10 by 10 hunk of linoleum fell on the ground and some music started playing, he might just bust out.
He might. It would
Let's
be.
find out. Let's find out.
I'm here for it.
I'll carry the rolling linoleum, and you got the boombox, and we'll just follow Hank around. And then we'll get Night at the Roxbury playing, and we'll be sitting there doing this.
When it looks
Give it
like
in
he
the
might be ready,
Yeah,
then
right.
you roll it out.
That's funny. No, this is gonna be fun, guys. I'm glad to be out. To be honest with you, Devin and I are grinding in the store, and Joel works with me at the store, which is fantastic on Sundays occasionally, like 6 times a year, maybe out of 52 weeks. But
4.5 tops.
it's okay. But
I try not to.
Jamie just gets called. He's on call. He's got a pager. He's got a pager and he's on call.
Wow. Pager. That's
Wow.
some old school shit there.
I'm not saying Greg just dated himself, but
Listen, I am not the oldest person here. I am the best looking, but I am not the oldest person here. I promise you that.
in this circle,
Well,
Yeah,
that
this
doesn't
circle.
count. There's somebody older than me here.
No,
Who?
no.
He's such a dick. He did just turn 50, by the way. So he hit the 5 mark. He's got the nickels going. So, yeah, I'm not much older than that.
nickel nine.
Me? Hell no. Just double nickels, baby.
Double
That's
nickels,
it.
double nickels.
They call it so you're like a dime piece.
Hey, I'm a dime. Okay, no, I'm a dime. I'm there. 5 plus 5, baby. I'm a dime.
This is the thing. This kind of aura that's going on right here. This is what's missing from a lot of the podcasts, though. And not that there's not value in more of a straight sit down interview, question and question.
We should have introduced him as your senior, your esquire.
I mean,
I'm just kidding. No,
it's not like
Joe
I'm the vice
Fleetwood is
president or anything.
exactly. No, Joe Fleetwood is a KCBS board member. I'm giving him shit. I appreciate him being on there. So.
But this is one of the things that is missing from a lot of those podcasts, because a lot of it is very, two people, and I get it, on either side of the phone line,
Right.
and it's a structured interview kind of thing. And I've heard a lot of podcasters say we want it to resemble sitting
we've got
around
a
at a
plan.
contest. Well, we're actually doing that,
We've
and
got
that
a
gives
plan
us
to figure out
that
how
gives
to get
us
Hank
that
to
actual
break dance without
vibe.
asking him to do it.
Right.
We got a plan. We've already got worked out. So when you hear the beats, you just do your thing. We'll be there for you.
when it when it gets in your bones.
Yeah. Tell us what we need to play. We'll
Look
do
at
it.
that look. That is strong.
Find a
He's
big box.
disgusted, and it's probably not
Yeah.
going to work now.
He just ran off.
Yeah.
He literally just ran off. Yeah. Not live. No, so yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're
and
good.
You're making a very good point. I
Yeah.
think you're right. This is whether it's missing from podcasts or it's just missing completely. I think that's the concept, right? That's the idea that we have is this is what we want to show, right? These are the things that we value is Thursday nights and Friday
Yeah,
nights.
definitely.
When we go out on Thursday nights and Friday nights, and we all do the things that we do on Saturday. And the truth is, we literally sit around, and I think barbecue family is one of those things that it almost sounds cliche anymore. It is real. Like, we all get together during the week. We get together in the off season. We have dinners when we're not used to being together on Thursday nights in parking lots, right? And Friday nights when we're sitting around the fire doing exactly what we're doing right now. So the idea about this was to go out and meet different people, learn about different people, but then have these conversations on Friday nights at a contest. Trimming's done, or getting ready to be done, and we've gone to lunch, we've gotten full, and we're having a couple drinks, and we're sitting around talking. And maybe this makes us loose, right? Maybe this opens us up, and then we sit here talking about and having fun. And then tomorrow, we wake up and we try and kick each other's ass, and then we high five and hug when someone
for
wins.
each other
We
and
cheer
everything.
for each
Yeah,
other when they win.
exactly.
But even when we're trying to kick each other's ass, we're hopping in somebody's trailer to take a good luck
Oh,
shot.
yeah.
We're,
100%.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
You
yeah.
guys
Taste
are
this.
great
What-
about bringing
what am I
around breakfast.
missing?
I would starve at a barbecue contest without Greg and
you
Jamie
guys,
bringing us
yes.
breakfast in the morning.
I get told not to do DTs. Why do you do that? Why do you mess with that? And truth is, I miss it. I know when I first started, Rod Gray, and I didn't even know what a DT was. I didn't know what DT is or who he is. And it turns out he's a legend.
Sure.
Turns out he's somebody fantastic.
Right.
I didn't know that at the time in 2015. But Rod Gray, would run around and he would hand out a certain number. And I got one time. I thought, well, this is kind of fantastic. What is this? This hits a spot, And then when Rod kind of was going in and out and was not as present as he was all the time in the early days, then Hunkus took him on. So we started calling him Hunkus, right? Because Chris Hoisington and Tom were doing them from Hunk of Burning Love. And we always got one of those. And I was like, well, these are fantastic. Well, then they kind of disappeared. And we're like,
Yeah.
what the hell? What are we going to do? And I was like, man, and then we always had Bethany's burritos. And we've always had somebody's stuff in the morning.
Bethany's burritos are pretty strong.
They're
too.
legit. Yeah, they're absolutely legit. But then as Hunka slipped away and 913 slipped away, at least, and I say slipped away, they're not gone. They're around. It's once every now and then.
They're just not out every week like they used to.
You know, that was back when we were all grinding every single week, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why I did it, but I talked to Chris a bunch of times, said, how do you do this? What do you do? And then I made them, and then I had actually ended up in a class in Alabama with Donnie Teal, and kind of the first time I met him, and then we went to dinner and stayed at the same hotel when we left, and Donnie asked me when we were leaving, he's like, hey, do you guys want to go to dinner tonight if you're going to stay in South Haven halfway home? And I said, well, yeah, I guess. I mean, we were thinking about driving all the way through. And Beck goes, I thought we were going to drive through. And I said, listen, Donnie Teal asked us to go to dinner. I mean, he's a goddamn legend. What are we going to do? We're going to dinner. I'm stopping in Memphis. And we're going to dinner. So we actually went and had dinner with Donnie and Cindy and got to meet them. And they're great people and they're good friends. And now I get an obnoxious, obscene text every now and then from him, which is fun to get. And, it's really cool. But we were talking about these things, and I think it was Ron Gray one time goes, why do they call them Hunkas? I said, oh, because Hunka makes them. I don't know what. He goes, they're DTs. And I'm like, really? He goes, yeah, Donnie Teal started this. He did this a long time ago. Where were we? Was it Maryville, Missouri?
Maryville, I think.
A few years ago. I think it was 2019 or maybe it was 2020. When did we go to Maryville?
Oh, that's 2020.
Yeah, so we're up in Maryville, and Donnie's up there. And I was like, shit, Donnie's here, and I got DTs. I'm making DTs. I'm going to take Donnie a DT. So I literally walked hundreds of yards over to where Donnie's
It was a long walk.
It was a long walk. And I was like, hey, do you want a DT? And he goes, yeah, I guess I do. I said, well, Cindy want one? He goes, oh, I don't know. I said, well, here, take one. So he eats it, and then later on I asked him, I said, hey, how was that DT? And he goes, way too much biscuit, man. What the hell are you doing? And I was like, what are you talking about? He says, it's half a biscuit. Did you use a whole biscuit? And I said, well, yeah, I use a whole biscuit. I'm not cutting them in half and smashing them out and rolling them out. And he goes, way too much biscuit. Half a biscuit. I said, okay. So now I start cutting them in half, and I have to smash them out and roll up. Now, I added in, I think, the jalapeno cheddar, but then I dust them with a little Dirty Bird or whatever I got. But then I legitimately cook them in some serious butter, but then I think it's the killer.
A pound of butter.
It's a pound, but I think it's the go-to.
When you run the hot honey.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's the go-to.
The hot honey makes them a Hastie. It's not a DT, it's not a Hunka, it's a Hastie.
Right. I appreciate it. So then I get them off the pit when they're ripping hot, right, and they're done, and I literally drizzle that habanero honey on top, and then just kind of let it sit. And that butter, that Kerrygold butter.
Oh yeah.
They're so good.
I don't tell you guys, but out of the 24 I cook, I leave 4 aside, and I either eat them throughout the day or I take them for breakfast the next morning.
I always feel bad because I feel like I walk away with a whole tray of them.
You do. You literally have 19 people on your team. I take a whole pan of DTs.
I mean, it might be 18, but yeah.
I don't even take the pan to him now. I just say, listen, I'll have them at 7:07. You got to come and get them. I ain't coming to you.
I'm usually there though, unless.
No, you are. You come.
Unless we're way far away.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I say they're ready, you'll come and get it. So, DTs are fun. It's a good little breakfast. I appreciate doing it. You know, I don't mind doing it.
We appreciate that you do it.
They cook in the morning, and so that's fun.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Now this is what this is supposed to be about, right? We could talk barbecue and we can ask certain things. We talked about DTs, which is barbecue. We do it on a pit. It's not really barbecue. I think one of the questions that I think we'll probably end podcast with, I'm not ending this one necessarily, but one of the ones we want to end with maybe is, what is your favorite, we're all kind of foodies. What is your favorite thing to cook? Maybe it's barbecue, maybe it's not, but what is your favorite thing to cook when you're not at barbecue, you're at home? And really, I prefer it not to be barbecue. What is it? What inspires you when you're at home to cook?
Chicken enchiladas. I'll do
Okay.
it.
Chicken enchilada?
Mine's anything Mexican.
So do you do a beef enchilada?
I do. I just prefer chicken, but yeah. Actually,
See, I hate
sometimes I'll
chicken.
do half and half. I'll do beef for ham and chicken.
My mom, I don't know how I need to ask her how she did it. I don't believe in it. She always used to do a beef enchilada and it had a red sauce, not
Yeah, not the creamy sauce.
not the creamy white sauce.
Yeah.
But that sounds great. I mean, that
Yeah.
sounds great.
And
Do
to
you like
show-
doing those?
Oh yeah.
And I
Anything Mexican,
guarantee you
fajitas.
they're loaded in cheese.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Anything taco night is always my favorite night.
Yeah.
Funny story. Back when we were living in North Carolina, one of my employees, we were having a get together of some sort, and they told Katie, they said, "Hey, will you make tacos every night?" And she's like, "What do you like? You're not eating them. What do you mean? What's the big?" He says, "Joel is in such a good mood when it's going to be taco night that I just want you to always make tacos."
Yeah, we eat a lot of Mexican at our house.
So it's tacos for sure.
I used to have a friend. I shouldn't say this. I'm not gonna tell this story. I used to have a friend years ago that he was like, "Hey, you want to hang out this weekend?" I said, "Why?" And he goes, "Well, we have so much fun when you're with your guys." He goes, "Man, I get lucky every time we go out and we hang out, man. I go home, my wife is just," and I'm like, "Wow, I'm glad I could help." If it's me, it might be Becky. Literally, Becky's pretty hot. It might be Becky. Oh, wait, look who just showed up. You're on camera. Don't do that. Anyway. So do you like the tacos?
Yeah, I do. And that's usually her thing. I will play around with them occasionally. I've done like some of those birria tacos and things like that. The thing I probably cook more than anything, just because I have a pretty much insatiable appetite for them, is chicken wings.
Ah.
And I'll do them in the air fryer, I'll do them on the grill, I'll do them in the smoker, I'll do them wherever, whenever, however. Except deep frying, because that's just too big of a pain in the ass at the house, right? But I like chicken wings. I like spicy chicken wings. I don't love wet chicken wings. Like, I want more of a dry chicken wing. But outside of that, man, I'll eat drums, I'll eat flats, I'll eat whatever. If it's a chicken wing, like, put it in front of me, maybe a little bowl of ranch, and I'm in. I will.
You know, it's hard to beat it. I hate to say this because it's on trash can, but it's hard to beat a good wing on a trash can.
Drum chicken in general is good. unless we're cooking it in a contest, then drum chicken is terrible. But in general, drum chicken is delicious.
Yeah, we did it for that. Oh, wings for water.
Yeah.
Did you? Chris told me, he came in the store this week. He told me you guys were in. And I said, that's not what she told me.
I don't think we're in.
You need to be in. They need teams. You need to be in. So
We're cooking.
I'm signed
We're
up to
cooking.
judge because they're doing a competitors series.
Yeah, that's bullshit, dude. That's a cop out. You guys need to be in.
I think anything that spreads the KCBS gospel is good.
What? You're not going to Vermilion.
Well, I don't know. So here's the thing. Gardner's on a Saturday, Sunday this year. So we could do Vermilion, jet down to Gardner, and cook Gardner on Sunday.
No.
Going to Vermilion for turkey? You still do it.
Vermilion doesn't have turkey, and the turkey chase is over. We're out of the turkey chase.
Actually, Vermilion was so
Vermilion
much
was a
fun.
fantastic contest. Like,
It's an easy drive.
of the two South Dakota
But
contests, it's
Wings
the best.
for
It's my
Water
favorite.
is contributing filtered water
I know.
to young
And old.
indigent folks, young and old indigent folks starving for water in some place far away.
Wings for Water is for a fantastic cause.
It is really fantastic.
It's a fun event. It really is.
So we're having to do it again, so you need to do it again.
We need to see if we can win without winning.
Yeah, we're going to win without winning. But we're going to...
That's no fair.
We literally... so Jamie and the gals... you
I'll
know,
just say we won one year, and so then we tried to win without winning, and y'all won with winning.
exactly. And we beat a financial institution with their stupid, perfect $1 million wings wrapped in brown sugar and bacon, which was stupid. They were tasty, but it was stupid. We had better way. No, Carrie and Nicole from the bar were like, we have to do Wings for Water. They really want to do it. And Carrie has a lot of ideas about just we're going to
Don't
take
give away too
ranch.
much. Don't-
We're going to... Oh, no.
Oh no! Tell us what?
We're going to have plates and to-go boxes. There's a lot of things missing logistically from Wings for Water. So people who vote with their money, they don't have a plate. They walk around and can't eat. There's no napkins, no wet wipes. we're literally just going to stock up on those things and
I
give
like
that
it.
shit away and bribe for boats. I mean,
So I'll tell you, we did
and
the boats.
Nicole and
The
Carrie
boats
wear
were
really
great.
small
Yeah.
tank tops.
The boats work really. That's
I'm
true.
sorry, did I say that out
You
loud?
sure did.
We'll cut that out. We'll edit that. We'll take care. We'll take care of
I
that
mean-
in post, Bobby.
That's a fine strategy, but have you tried having Joel in a tank top?
Listen, I'm all about it. I think I'm going to get out there. I'm going to put on the dance.
I'm gonna have some coochie cutters and everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna put
Whoa.
wait.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
You're not tucking nothing back. We ain't doing that.
Hey, I could go shop at Target. It's cool.
Whoa! Yeah, just like that, it went south. They
That's
think it's about
I'm
time
not.
to
I'm not
wrap
gonna
this
lie.
up.
I was in Target earlier today, and I was thinking, man, I wish more people were boycotting this place. It's kind of busy.
This is, yeah, really, it is kind of busy. I don't know what all these people are here for. Are they here for food?
Oh no, I was talking about at Target earlier.
Oh,
Oh, there's something.
I wish more people were boycotting that. It was busy.
It
I
was
was like, all
busy.
I'm trying to do is buy these 2 decanters.
I boycott Target. But I boycott them all. I don't go into any of them because I can help it. That brings me to my next point. Shop local.
Yes,
For it or
100%.
not for Lord.
100%.
I'm just kidding. No.
No, it's like I feel like there's this weird spot that we're in as a country, and not to get political, but like people say shop local, but they don't really mean it because they end up at Target, they end up at Walmart, they end up
Yeah.
at these big box stores. They end up going to Home Depot, buying a Pit Boss, and then coming in and asking their local dealer because they know they can get some service, and asking their local dealer like, "How do I fix my smoker?"
Right.
Talk to the people you bought it from, man. I don't know, like so
Or that's
people want the service of local, but they're not willing to actually do what it takes to support local.
And trust me, that's frustrating for Devin and I every day, right?
I bet.
That's from Christmas on, and I try not to be angry about it, but it's getting harder, right?
Sure.
That the people come in and it's exactly, oh, I bought my husband a Traeger online. And you're like, will you teach him how to use it? Oh no, man. I mean,
It won't start. Can
it
you
won't.
tell me why it won't
you know,
start?
and so
Yeah, it's $200, and we'll
Yeah.
give you a Traeger for Dummies class.
And that's really hard because one of the things that we're trying to pride ourselves in, and it's our mission, and what we try and do is have that better than that customer service. So we never say no, we never let on. It might anger us in the moment, but people have to understand. Listen, I don't stay open if I don't sell grills. I mean, that's the harsh reality of it. And until they decide they want to shop local and not buy that Pit Boss, or I sell Traegers. Traeger's a brand. It's a good brand. I've had one for a lot of years.
100%.
But I also sell American-made brands, and that's what we really try and load our store with. So I want to kind of get that call. Man, I really support local, and I want to shop local, and our prices aren't any different, but I saw it on some online store that's a new Amazon in the barbecue world, and it's like, well, I sell it for the same price, so what do you want me to do? And the problem is, like on the Kansas side,
They're going to give me a cover. Can you give me a cover?
right? Yeah, they're going to.
I don't have to pay sales tax. Can I not pay sales tax? Like,
but-
well, I have to pay sales tax to the state.
Bingo.
So.
It's
Yeah.
all about sales tax. So in Missouri, when you shop online, you pay sales tax,
And-
right?
and
in
here's the
Kansas, you don't.
This is the
So-
thing. You are supposed to pay sales tax on the items that you
Yeah.
that you purchase online. You are supposed to send that. I'm not trying to pretend like I do. I'm not trying to pretend like there's this.
Right.
But let's stop acting like you get to buy things tax free
Right.
if you shop online. You don't.
Right.
You get to dodge taxes.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right.
And if the IRS probably ever,
well, and that's the thing.
wanted to hire
that-
87,000 IRS agents to go look after it, they probably could and get a bunch of money, and they won't because that's not really going to move the needle, and it's too big of a of a PR
and
nightmare.
that-
But
and that's
you
the
should
thing.
be paying that.
And that's the thing. When we get that, I have to pay taxes. I don't make money on taxes. The taxes go straight to the state, right? So I have to pay taxes.
Right.
You have to pay taxes. That's part of supporting local, right? That money goes to your community. It goes to the state, but it also goes to your local county and your local city, right? It goes to your community. It goes to the schools. It goes to all that. And I hate them. I don't like them. But if we're going to support local, if we say we want to support local, then say you support local. don't support local if I don't have to pay taxes, or if I got to pay just a squeeze more than just a little bit more than some other place. But
And don't buy online to not pay sales tax and then complain about the condition of your roads.
yeah, well,
Complain about the condition of different services that those taxes would go to help fund.
and that's I mean, that's the larger point, right? And it's one that people. It's the immediate. It's cash. It's right now. It's what I have to spend, and I get it. I understand it a little bit, but I don't have to like it.
And I'm as guilty. Like, I buy things online. I'll buy things on Amazon. I'll buy things wherever.
I literally everything that I can buy at Walmart or Target or some trash store, it's absolutely necessary. I buy it on Amazon. but I've learned in 2 years owning my own business and doing this, I now search out local businesses for everything. I don't buy my truck cover at Amazon. I go to my truck dealer and I buy it, and I don't even care if I pay more. Right? It's led me to that attitude. I have a better attitude about spending a little more and supporting local shops that are mom and pops out there trying to grind it and do it.
And that's the way you really make a difference in this, right? Like, Walmart, Amazon, whoever.
They're not going nowhere.
They can, and they don't care if you buy something.
Mr.
or not.
Rod Gray, KCBS
Speaking
chairman.
of barbecue
How you
loyalty,
doing, man? I'm good. Going home?
Are you live?
No, we're not live. We're recording, but we're not live. Oh. You want to be on the show? No. You will be on the show someday.
Okay.
All right.
Be on the show.
All right. No. Yeah.
said
No.
no.
He was walking away.
he's like, absolutely not.
I put him on the spot. He would have stopped. I bet.
Oh yeah.
So, guys, anything else? You got We had our little soapbox moment.
Yeah.
But
no, I mean, I don't know what but like,
what do you think?
just be excellent.
Katie? Be excellent.
No, I mean, like, kind of like you were saying earlier, this podcast is an amazing idea. When people who don't barbecue think it's crazy when you tell
Yes.
them.
Yeah.
Like when I tell people at work I'm taking off Friday to go barbecue, just people don't understand it. But this is like the best part about barbecue for me.
100%.
The
The rest of it's just.
It is, yeah. And I get there's some teams out there that this is their business. This is how they make their living, and that's great for them, and I love it. But for us, for me, it's fun. I want to be here for fun. I think if I was to quit barbecue next year, I would have lifelong friendships still,
100%.
Oh, yeah.
And
that's where when I made that comment earlier, I kind of said that flippantly. I do believe in a barbecue family, but I think it is absolutely the family we choose, right? Not the one that we've been given, right?
Sure.
So we get to make the friends that we want and choose, and it is family because when I go to a birthday, or when we go celebrate someone's birthday in the winter, or we see Aaron and Christy are having another baby, and they had a baby, and they travel around, and the things they do are just they're remarkable to me. What they do with two babies in their trailer while they do this competition thing. And he literally is going to cook more. This is the amazing thing. He tells me the other day, his schedule, he's doing like 36 or 38.
I
said,
thought he was cutting down this year.
Yeah. I said, the conversation we had was you were cutting back. And I said, how is this going to be the year you cook the absolute most you've ever cooked? So,
wow.
I mean, nobody's really out chasing. That's probably a good move for him.
But they, we had a lot of fun doing this, and it's so cool. And like you said, it is family, and I try not to say that loosely because we learn from that. But yeah, we'll get that in post.
Don't.
So it is family, and like I said, when we get to celebrate and have the dinners and the meals, and we all get together, and it's hard to see life without you guys, right? It's hard to, and I don't get to cook, so it's FOMO. We sit and watch awards. We cheer you all on at the store on Sundays or Saturdays, Beck and I do, and it sucks because even her, right, as much as Beck sits in the trailer and don't do much, right? She literally, at first year we opened the store, she was sitting in there going, You know, I never thought I'd miss hearing our names called and miss being out there with
Sure.
everybody. So then when we get out there,
She's one of the first to ask, who's doing awards? What time are awards?
Yeah, what time are awards? She's trying to get them on the TV. But you'll never see her.
Yeah.
I can't get her to go pick up a
Right.
trophy to save my life.
Aw.
So, but, yeah, it's a lot of fun. And so I hope this is what comes off on this, right? And it's easy to do with you guys, right? It might not be so easy for us to go, like, say, down in the South and talk to some folks we don't know, but for you guys, with you guys, it's easy.
Well, and that's how you get good content too. You know, each
Right.
show will be a little different depending on the area you're in. And
Yeah. Yeah, and I have some really raunchy questions to ask.
And barbecue people. So
It's really
I feel like you say
Bree's
this-
dirty as they come, and
Bree's
I-
asking the raunchy
I've
question.
literally had to edit and look at all her questions and say,
Man.
listen,
I could see that about her.
girl, we got to hone this back a little bit. We're going to have to.
Yeah.
I feel like you can say this about a lot of niches and you know, and just close-knit groups of people, but barbecue people are the best people. You might really be surprised, you know, who is interested. If you just randomly show up in Alabama and you're like, hey, we're doing this thing, who wants to come talk to us?
Oh, yeah.
I think you'd be surprised who will want to come talk to you because
Hey, are you available to go on the road show? I'm being dead ass serious because after I've seen this,
The setup.
get up, and I don't know if you all can see this get up, but we're getting all kinds of stairs and all kinds of things going on. But we have good equipment. I mean, it's like barbecue, right?
Right.
If you do it, go all in, baby.
Yeah.
Get it all done, and
100%.
let's get it done right. So, yeah, I hope it works. And, you know, if anything, it's going to be fun. You know, and I'll feel good about it. And I look forward to it. Bree loves to talk to people. We love this. We've already talked about that.
Yeah.
This gets me back out there, whether I got the time the whole weekend to compete or not. I at least get to sit out and go talk to people and enjoy this part of it. And then again, maybe grab some good content. We really looked at this initially as roundtables, right? I always loved roundtables, whether Barbecue Central Radio
100%.
Show and other people, you know, Barbecue League's done them, where we want to sit and talk about chicken, get a couple chicken cooks in here, do some things, and go down that way, that path, right? And I still think we probably will do exactly that and go down that road with some different topics and things that we do. But I don't want it to be all about that. I want to talk about the things outside of just the barbecue, right?
And I'll tell you, the roundtables are cool and all, and of course we'll do all four of the, you know, the main meats. But I would like to hear, like, when you were asking about what do you like to cook outside of competitions, like let's have a taco roundtable, and you know what I mean. And I want to get some cool
there
ideas
you
on
go.
that, right?
There you go.
I want to know.
We'll do
Yeah,
a
taco
Missouri.
round
We'll do
table.
a Missouri salmon. We'll do a Missouri salmon recipe with Christy Stoffer. We'll get her on. Hey, Christy, are you listening? We need a recipe for Missouri River salmon.
But you know, there's so many people underestimate. They think we're a bunch of four trick ponies. You know what I mean?
Oh,
But there's
yeah.
And
there's
you know
a lot
what?
of
And-
people that are good
And you know
cooks.
what? I scare myself a lot of times. I'm scared. Like people say, oh, are you gonna go apply for this show or that show? And I'm like, fuck no. I'm not gonna go apply for CHOP. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not that guy. And I think I honestly got to find
It'd
myself.
be really out of place hearing you say "God damn it" back on Chopped, but I'm here for it.
What?
I'm here for it.
I would do it because, goddamn it, it was Becky's fault. There is no doubt that if I fail on Chopped, it's Becky's fault. No, I am scared to death. I literally got to be petrified to do it. I'm not. I like chefy stuff. I love, you know, getting to do or see some of those things. Man, I feel like sometimes I am that four-trick pony, and I think we got to step out of our comfort zone sometimes. And you know what? You and I did it. We did it at the Big 12.
Oh yeah,
Who would have thought, right? We win 2 of the 4
Which one?
categories.
jambalaya mashed potatoes.
Jambalaya mashed potato. I wonder if that recipe's on the website yet, but
I don't know.
We busted that, man.
It was
I
good.
just had I've never cooked jambalaya in my life.
Me either.
I literally looked up the sofrito and how to make it, and then I thought, no rice. We'll use the potato bowl,
yeah.
which we had to use as the starch. But then I called Craig Verhagen, our boy from Royal Oak, and you brought us
ninja.
out there, the ninja. We called the ninja himself and said, where the hell can I get some good boudin? I need some boudin for my jambalaya, which didn't go into jambalaya, just a part of it. And we grilled, Cajun grilled in cast iron on our Traeger.
They were good.
Dude, we grilled some big old 13, 16 count shrimp, and we made this beautiful bowl that just destroyed the competition.
You know what we should do this winter?
And I'm not chef. I've literally never cooked it, but it came out so good.
It was
It
fantastic.
was so
So
good.
wait, did you find it in Missouri?
What?
Boudin. Did you get it in Missouri?
Hell no.
Oh.
I got it online. Here's a plug to Don's Specialty Meats in Louisiana or somewhere down
So,
south. But
Not
it's,
too long ago, Ryan Kane and I went over to his house one day and we made boudin in his kitchen.
really,
It was
I
pretty solid.
actually heard there is one place here in town in Kansas City. There's probably more than one that sells boudin. It's never open. It's like the boutique kind of shop
Okay.
that has. I've heard someone found it, but like when Craig came in town for my grand opening party 2 years ago, he goes, "I need some boudin for the Gator." I'm like, "What are you talking about? What boudin? We need some boudin." Well, shit, there wasn't no place in the world at 10 o'clock at night we're getting boudin at Hy-Vee.
Yeah.
Not happening. So we put andouille in it and some chorizo, but it did not get boudin. But we got
I
this
fucks with
boudin,
that.
and we put this boudin in there. Actually, I thought it was just rice sausage. I literally didn't know it was made with chicken livers and shit.
I didn't either until Ryan and I made it.
Well, it just told me that, and really kind of, I'm not sure I like it anymore, but I ate it, and it was fantastic.
I did not know that.
It
either.
is a good thing that I tried it before I knew that.
Then you knew
Let's
that.
just put it that way.
100%, because I don't eat livers and stuff like that. So yeah, no, it came out fantastic, and I was so impressed with what we were able to do with that, and we made it, and then to make the People's Choice chili.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, I don't know how we did that. It was fancy chili.
Magic.
It was magic. It was glorious. It was glorious.
You know what we should do this winter is we should put together maybe at the store on a Saturday or something, do a barbecue chopped where we get maybe the four of us or whatever. We get Aaron and we get
I just said it.
And-
We can humiliate Greg. That's really what he's saying.
Yeah.
and we
Pretty
get
much.
Becky or somebody to like put some random. She has to agree to not tell Greg what she's putting in there, but and we get a basket, right? And then it's like, hey, you've
That'd
got
be
an hour,
awesome.
put something together.
That literally.
You know what
that
she's going to throw
that
in there? She's
literally-
going to have salad. So that way Greg will not fuck it all up.
That literally.
Some arugula.
Deferred. Some smoked water for sure.
But I guarantee you, we could get Megan. We could get a few like good like culinary people out to. Craig, I'm sure would come. We get people to come out and judge, and then we can make a big show of it for the.
I think I'll MC. That sounds like an awful idea to me. Really,
I mean, it's what it is, but I would be.
I
for
would
it. I think
rather
it'd be
do.
fun.
I would rather do that than humiliate myself on the Food Network.
That's what I said. I'd rather do that. I'd rather do that than
already did
actual
that.
chops.
No, I know we did that, but we did that unassumedly in the background, right? We weren't out front on chop.
Allegedly, we assume that's that's the rumor is that they were following you guys at a contest, right? Like it's not.
We're gonna go down that road. That's a whole nother show. Guys had fantastic experience. Jamie and I were very fortunate. We all have a good friend, Joe Pierce of Slaps Barbecue, and everyone knows him. And he's a good friend of ours. And he asked Jamie and I. He was able and wanting to go cook Memphis in May. We've all been wanting to do it, right? A very unique new experience, that out of the comfort zone kind of thing. And Joe asked Jamie and I if we could be a part of his team and go down and help him. And it just so happened that the partner in crime for that Memphis in May whole hog division was Michael Simon from the Food Network. And oh, by the way, they're going to shoot a barbecue show down there, and we're the team that they're going to be following, as well as some other teams. So that was a new experience. Maybe not so much for Jamie, but definitely for me and Beck. We made a trip down to Memphis for a whole week. And
Long week.
oh man, it was a long week, such a long week. But I'll tell you,
It was worth it.
It was 100% worth it. As much fun as we didn't have doing some of the things while we were in Memphis that we wanted to see, the entire week was spent with Joe and Mike Pierce, his brother, Michael Simon, Esther Choi, Luke Darnell, Katie, Super Katie, Michael's culinary
I didn't know
director.
you were there.
Different Super Katie, different Super Katie, but she was definitely Super Katie. She's fantastic, and some other people, and Mike Pierce, Luke Darnell, Susie Bullock, Susie Bullock and Todd Bullock. Were down there, and Susie and Todd were fantastic. So, what was new for us is we've never sat with a show, and we have production all around us and cameras all around us. And, you know, we were nervous. Man, what do we need to do? How do we need to do stuff? And we literally made errands every single night to different stores. And some days we split up and went, you go to this store. We were just listening to Joe, General Joe. He was, you go to this store and get this, and you go to this store and get this. And then we all met up for dinner at the house, and we ate dinner, and we were so exhausted. And we get up in the morning again and do it again in the morning. And man, once we got to the food part, right?
Yeah.
Once we got to the food part Thursday, as much work as it was, as exhausted as we were, it was just so much fun. It was literally.
I didn't feel exhausted at all
until we got home.
Yeah.
Until we got home. But.
And Michael Simon is such a great dude, though.
Oh, he was, yeah.
You know, and
So
I know with the episode for BBQ USA that they followed us around, they followed Jamie and his team around. But, you know, I remember, so we all know people that have been on Chopped, have been on these different shows, and they always say, like, oh, like, you're the product, you're not the talent. And you don't speak to the talent, right? You don't speak to the host, you don't speak to the judges, you don't, like, you're the product.
Right.
And so I was kind of concerned that was part of it, because I've always had a little bit of a man crush on Michael Simon.
Right. 100%.
Like, if I would leave my wife for Michael Simon, quite possibly, if I swung that way, right? Like, I love Michael Simon to death. Sorry, babe. But
Michael, I know you follow me. If you see this, please ignore the stalker. We'll get the ex parte going now.
Oh, tell me what you said in the audition tape.
I love Michael Simon.
About the bald head, yeah.
Oh, I said it's because we're. Did I just say it was because we're both bald, or?
A little creepier, but yeah.
Whatever. No,
a little creepier.
I love Michael Simon.
Just
I
a
think
touch
the world of him. I like his personality on TV. I like the food he cooks. You know what I mean? Like I think
He's down to
a
earth
lot of
too.
him. But he's super down to earth. I was worried about that kind of ruining, you know, like what I thought about this person. And I remember, you know, we're sitting there waiting for when they were doing the after shots, you know, the recap shots of everything. And we're sitting there and just chatting with him, and he's telling us about his family and, you know, everything they got going on and whatnot. And it was super cool, man. And Michael Simon could not be a better ambassador. I know he's not doing it for barbecue, but he has become an ambassador for barbecue because of that show.
But you know what I think he is? I mean, I think it's the new show, right? He loves barbecue, genuinely.
Oh,
he
yeah,
really
he
does.
does.
Well,
I mean,
he has did it close? He had a barbecue restaurant.
He had
Cleveland.
one still. He's passionate about food.
Yeah.
He's passionate about barbecue. I mean, he really loves elevating it and making it what it is. I think every chef, every creative person does. And one of the things Joe told us,
They should.
Out of all his people, he's his favorite, right? He's the most genuine, the most real. He's not in a prima donna big league yet. I mean, he's and really watching him at Memphis in May, you know, Beck got to walk him up to walk his box and stuff, and people stop him, and we're like, hey, we got to send him a different way, because we can't have people stopping him while he's walking his box. He literally has to make it there.
He can stop all he wants on the way back.
I was like, let him come back and stop every time he wants to, but man, we got to get him there. So he really is a neat guy, emotional and passionate about what he does. And man, it was great to spend time with him again. And I'll be honest with you, I hope we're doing it again. You know, we're sitting there hoping that we can be part of that team again and do it again. But we'll see. You know, it's one of those things. Whether there's a show or not doesn't make a difference, right? Just getting to cook with him, watching. Right? Beck loves salmon, and he cooked salmon for one of the ancillaries.
Missouri salmon?
No, it was not Missouri River salmon. And Becky will tell you, not Missouri River salmon. But he had these center cut strips out of this salmon, and we had heated up a plancha on a PK grill and got it ripping hot. And he literally is he's just sitting there looking right over it, and he's like, touch it, and he'd touch it, and he'd touch it. Then he'd lift it up and look at it, and he's cooking this salmon. It had been brine, some mixture. Katie told me, and then she's supposed to tell me. I forgot about it. But then he had this mustard seed from this local company that makes their own
Pickled mustard seeds.
Pickled mustard seeds that explode. They're just phenomenal flavor. He had his own radishes and that he shoestring cut. And he's making this one bite, right? This is a chop chef. He's making this one bite. Then I asked Beck, and I went. She goes, "Oh, you'd have loved it." And I said, "Why?" She goes, "Shit, it didn't taste like salmon." She goes, "You put it in your mouth, it just kind of melted in your mouth." And when you get to watch Michael, we got to watch. Jamie really did. We got to watch Esther Joy do that smoked duck. I call it banh mi, but it's not banh mi. It's what's that puffy taco? That puffy. So anyway, this banh mi taco, but it's smoked duck that we blew air into. We blanched it with some sauce with a ladle, and then we salted it and hung it, and then smoked it in a Gateway drum smoker, which I thought
flame broiled it.
Yeah, we caught Jamie on fire.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, no, that was a bad deal. And turned around and looked at the camera guy, and the camera guy, he wasn't there. He turned around and said, "Oh, you missed it." He goes, "What?" I said, "Literally, we shot a flame out of the can 12 feet high in the air, and Jamie went diving out of the can. His head was all the way in that can. Literally, almost caught him on fire. No way, don't catch him on fire." And the cameraman looks at me, dead serious. He goes, "Can you do it again?" And I was like, "Hell no, we can't do that again.
Let's try to get a shot.
Let's try to do it." And I was like, "Jamie, stick your head back in there. Let's see if we can spill some duck grease on that fire." Man, it was I'm glad you said it. It was a tremendous experience. It was a lot of fun. So I appreciate Joe giving us that opportunity and Michael and the whole crew. It was a lot of fun to be in the background and support them. Do anything they needed us to do, and I would go back to heartbeat and do it again. So
Oh yeah.
I can't wait for the show to air.
it was a lot of fun. Yeah, I don't know about that. Turns out we didn't do so well, but
Yeah.
it turns out we didn't do so well. They may cut us all completely out.
Surely not.
Michael Simon ends up on the cutting room floor of his own
We did
show.
almost drop a 220-pound hog, so
Yeah.
that'll probably make it if anything makes it.
There were flames coming out of our drum that they shot on our episode that never made it. So
Oh, really?
you never know what they're gonna do. Like I was convinced. So one of the producers there that day, I was talking to Randy from IQ about it afterwards, and he overheard us, and he goes, "Were there flames?" Yeah, there were flames. And he goes, "Oh yeah, flames always make television."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
And
should.
it did not make it made the sizzle reel, for like the commercials, but it did not make the actual show.
You should have seen this one. When people talk about duck fat, let's be serious. It's real.
It rolled up.
Oh, yeah.
It rolled up the tent, hit the roof of the tent, and all the way up to the peak, the flames.
Hey, I was supposed to be cooking up the tent.
Ah, shit.
We weren't cooking. Those
It
were
was on the outside.
Those were show grub. Yeah, it was on the outside. Those were show
Outside of
grub.
the tent. Okay, got
Those were
it.
show grub.
Yeah.
We promised fire. They weren't under the tent.
Yeah.
It was bad. I mean, literally, it was bad.
It was one motion. I leaned back, grabbed the lid, slammed the lid on it, and
Dude,
shut
you
it.
went diving out of that thing. I think you fell down backwards. He literally was, he was shoulders and head in his drum.
Trying to get the grease
Trying
out of
to
it.
get the grease pan that had just spilled in the fire. And it just opened up. And all I saw was Jamie diving backwards, throwing a lid, and a fireball shooting out of this thing. Literally, Mike Pierce and Joe's brother, were standing there going, "Oh shit!" We both looked at him. We almost got Jamie on fire. That was bad. And then we look around. Where was Chef? Where was Esther?
Yeah.
Where's Chef and Esther Troy? We're cooking this duck and we're fucking shit up. But that duck was money.
The
Wasn't
duck was good.
it? That duck was money.
Yeah. It came out
That
really
might have been
good.
one
I
of the
couldn't believe
that might
it.
have been one of the best things I've ever eaten.
Oh, it's fireball duck. So
Yeah.
Ooh, that's sponsor time right there. We call it Jack Fire Duck.
Well, there you go.
Fireball Jack.
I was
Work on that.
referencing the liquor, but I get it and I like it.
Hey,
Need
ABC.
to work on that.
ABC,
listen,
Greg. Always be close.
I bet we could be creative. We could mix some Jack Fire with some duck fat, and then use that as a flame in there. Yeah, we're setting sauce.
We did that in Washington once too.
It's like an Emeril Lagasse Bam moment.
Yeah.
Kabam! And then we make a fire.
We've all got. There's some Wagyu beef tallow floating around this weekend. We could use it for setting some sauce on some chicken
Hey,
or
did
something.
you get? Speaking of that, did you get yours in your brisket, or
We
did
did
you
not.
decide not to do it?
We tried.
Guess who did it?
You.
I don't know. I'm just asking because who did it. I did it. I did it.
You got it in?
Do you want to know what?
How'd
do
you
you want
get
to
it
know
in?
what Wagyu tallow that turns cold as it's bubbling out of the top of the brisket looks like?
Probably the same thing it looked like when you put it in your injection before.
It literally looks like candle wax.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
what
So
we
I
were gonna
did have to heat it up and liquefy it, and then I added more to it to kind of cool it down, and then I got it in my injector, and a spit jack will handle it. So I'm running it in there, and it's going in pretty well. It's liquid, and then it kind of bubbles up to the top. Well, then it starts to turn cold. When it turns cold, it literally looks like candle wax. So I'm having to wipe this shit off going, well, this is different. I don't know if my rub's going to stick to this or not. So, yeah, who knows? We'll see
So
what happens.
we were going to, and we got it. I set it out in the sun, and just kind of got it not hot, but enough that it liquefied a little bit more. And we dumped it into the. We were going to mix it in the injection. Well, you put it in the injection, and it immediately separated, and it immediately got made little
Yeah, you can't do that.
oily balls.
So
of
you've
it.
heard of oil and water, right?
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah, you know what it kind of reminded me of? The old brain hemorrhage shot.
Oh,
What it looked like.
no.
yeah, or the
Or
what
the
was
shit.
the one?
What's that shitty shot we got?
Yeah.
What's that one that's called?
Like a concrete mixer, it almost looked like.
yeah.
Irish
like it
car
was-
bomb?
There's one that's called a poo shot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did try that.
Yeah, we did try it. It's disgusting. When you see the picture, it's
Irish
disgusting.
car bombs are delicious.
No, but the poo shot's terrible. It's like a brain hemorrhage. It's poor. Gary did it.
I know.
We had him.
I
Anyway,
actually didn't hate it.
no,
I mean, it
no,
was
it was
horrible.
very good.
Honestly,
It
I
just
haven't
looks
tasted
terrible.
Definitely looks bad.
It looks terrible. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
It was a toilet bowl shot.
Toilet bowl
It's called a
shot.
toilet bowl
Toilet
shot.
bowl, yeah.
A toilet shot.
But
What?
You gonna keep going?
No, probably not. Not unless you have more to say. I mean, literally, we were trying to keep this
I
at
know.
30, 35, 40
I know.
minutes.
we're at about an hour and
we
10
been
minutes
took it-
now.
we've
I've
talking
been
to
dry
an
for
hour.
40 minutes.
Me too.
Oh,
Hey,
My vodka's
somebody
gone.
drink the whole Bloody Mary.
Hey,
too.
Beck. God damn it. How come we can't get some drinks over here? We're working.
Back need some bears.
Hey, Beck. Hey, you know what's so funny? Memphis and May, right? Memphis and May. Katie, Michael Pierce, they're all like, hey, Beck. Hey, Beck. It's going over the wall on Turning Day.
I bet she loved that.
Literally, it's, hey, Beck. Hey, Beck. Hey, Beck, can you give me this? Can you give me that? And,
It was
Jamie-
Beck or Jamie.
It was Beck or Jamie. Jamie and I are sitting in the... Jamie and I are sitting in the back, literally just laughing. Beck's back there doing her thing, and I'm like, "Did you hear that?" Everyone's going, "Hey, Beck! Hey, Beck!" They're gonna hate her so. She's gonna hate them so much, just like she does me. So this is fun. Yeah, we've been going an hour and 8 minutes, which is really longer than we ever expected. We'll get it in post production.
Sounds good.
Actually, I'm not sure there's anything we can cut. This has been fun. This is
Yeah.
Super fun.
again. We come back
That's
to
what we wanted to do.
This is what we wanted to do. We wanted to sit and have fun and talk. And we did it without Bria Vi. So
Yeah, she still didn't hear you.
she still ain't here. She's over there completely clueless talking.
She's big wigging.
She's big
I
wigging.
know, she's
She's
famous.
important.
Yeah, she's
She's
big
important
wigging.
barbecue people now.
She's famous.
The hell she does. Does she know who? Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Bree. Hey, Bree. Thanks for joining our first hour-long and 10-minute
the
podcast. We really appreciate it.
Interrupt the meeting of the minds.
Oh, yeah,
We're trying
don't
to
interrupt
podcast
us.
here.
I got bacon sweats now, people. Come on.
We got
It's
some
real.
good food.
Oh, it was
I
right.
got me a new sidekick.
All right, Jamie, rock on, my man. Rock it on.
Jamie's new breed.
New Bree.
I love it.
He's Jamie does everything.
Right.
He's Jamie does everything.
Jamie does.
Whoa, easy now.
That means Jamie did.
All right,
Easy now.
Katie, Joel, Josh, thank you for silently showing your genius.
I'm just getting
That's fun.
shots and beers.
This is
There you go.
perfect. This is
This is exactly
what we wanted,
what we
and,
need.
I think this is
Okay,
hopefully
good to know, good to know.
hopefully, I think a good introduction to what we're trying to do. We'll actually cut this out, we'll record it, we'll give it to Bree, and we'll set the standard for Bree so that she knows exactly how we're supposed to get this done. And we'll go on from there.
I
So.
like it.
Thank you for having us.
Play us out, James.
Yeah,
You got
I like
music
it,
too?
Jamie.
We got music.